kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. For example, no, seriously, just recently in an episode of Celebrity Apprentice at the steakhouse, the men's cooking team did not impress the judges from Omaha Steaks. And there was a lot of blame to go around, but you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. And so ultimately you didn't blame Little John or Meatloaf. You fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night.
President Obama had a good time taking shots at Donald Trump a few years back. Everyone did at that time and does to this day. Seriously, is there a figure in American business and or politics who is more lampooned and roasted than the Donald?
Pro, his campaign will do well in the flyover states. Con, his hair will do well in the comb-over states. It's very important. Very important to the race.
$89.95.
That's right. Pro, he's received thousands of letters and phone calls urging him to enter the race. Con, they were all from Hillary Clinton.
Really? She was calling him.
He's a fan. Yeah, they know each other. Pro, Trump says he has a plan to eliminate ISIS. Con, he thinks ISIS is one of the Real Housewives he fired from Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh,
a common mistake.
Not the same thing.
That's a different ISIS.
Different threat.
Donald Trump is many things. Bombastic, rich, egotistical, really rich, self-assured, amazingly rich, confident, stunningly rich, determined to make America better, and so rich he can take all the jokes and all the shots and not care. And the Donald has no trouble dropping his own dime when the situation warrants.
What's the difference between a wet raccoon and Donald J. Trump's hair? A wet raccoon doesn't have $7 billion in the bank. Very funny. Okay, very funny.
And in making his run at the presidency, the Donald held nothing back and went after the issue of our border with Mexico. Plenty of people figured Trump had finally gone off track and spit the political bit with his comment about Mexicans.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
Now, you've tried to clarify this statement in recent days, Donald, but I guess the question comes down to this. Do you regret saying that specifically about rapists, or do you stand by it?
No, not at all. Of course, it's not only Mexico. If you let that run a little bit longer, it talks about people coming from all over. They're coming from all over. They'll soon be coming, and probably already have, be coming from all over the world. You're probably going to have people, you're probably going to have terrorists coming from the Middle East. Somebody said, oh, we don't have terrorists. They don't even know, because they don't know who's coming. So we have this open border. It's a sieve. It's like water pouring through. People are coming in by the hundreds of thousands. We have no idea who's coming in.
The comment being hammered away at is the one about rapists. So let's ask a simple and unbiased question. Was Donald Trump wrong about Mexican illegals being charged as rapists in America?
An illegal immigrant is in jail tonight for the kidnapping and sexual abuse of a 13-year-old girl who law enforcement says he knew. Investigators say it happened in Fayette County, but they also say 4 more victims are in neighboring Winneshiek County. The man in jail is 23-year-old Rodrigo Sandoval Estrada, a man who's been living in the town of Ashen with a fake identity. People there know him as 20-year-old Ramon Marquez Perez. He's now facing several charges, including first-degree kidnapping and forgery.
Statistics from unbiased and independent sources prove Trump has a point. There are alleged and convicted rapists who are here in America illegally. There are also plenty of sexual criminals who are from other countries and are also native-born American citizens. Was Donald Trump then revealing a deep-seated racism, or was he making a point that far too often is overlooked in the immigration debate? One about the criminals in our midst, thanks to decades of immigration mismanagement by our leaders in Washington, the ones that we elected. That comes down to your call, and that's my opinion. Telling it like it is. Rock on, true believers. Thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you tell us exactly what you think 24/7 by sending an email, doing it on Facebook, or doing it via Twitter. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow on the fastest 60 Minutes in News.